along with Chef Slakey, and we are on Daybreak. It's about 8:44, and we have a guest in studio, Erika Stewart, a Mason County Master Gardener. Hello, Erika. Hi. How are you today?
I'm very good.
But you're feeling pretty good that the plant sale is almost over.
Yes. Well, I can tell you that we started planning this plant sale just about when the last one ended.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been working at it all year long, collecting perennials since the fall in other plants too. So, I mean, we've really been working on it, and I think that we are better organized. We put better planning into this one. I think it's going to be the best sale ever.
It seems like every year it gets better and better.
Yeah,
and it gets bigger.
Exactly.
How many plants do you think are even going to be there?
Well, upwards of 4,000, I would say.
That is quite a lot of plants.
Yeah.
And so that's a lot of plants to choose from. So what types are they going to be broken up into?
Yes.
Easy for a person to come in and try to figure out what they want?
Yes, it's very organized. We're going to have rows of tables, and each table will be one type of plant. For instance, we'll have vegetables and herbs on a table, and we'll have perennials, annuals on another, the tomatoes that we're famous for. So, and I should say this year that we're going to put a full inventory of that table on the end of each row of tables. So all the perennials on the table will be listed on this. And so it should be easy for people to look through that and see if there's something that they're specifically looking for.
That sounds like a great idea. So Jeff did have a question earlier about why are the Mason County Gardners so famous for their tomato starts?
I don't really know, except that we have a master gardener named Larry Knudsen, and he grows 650 tomato starts for us in his greenhouse.
Wow.
And then the master gardeners grow tomatoes. We all started tomatoes in our own homes this year. So we have tomatoes. Larry's tomatoes are generally more modern varieties, and then we have heirloom varieties that the master gardeners grow. So just a whole lot of tomatoes, and they'll be very organized so that you'll be able to find your slicers and your paste tomatoes and
cherry tomatoes,
the
yellow tomatoes.
Exactly.
Okay.
So very organized, and
that's one of my favorite things to get at the Master Gardener sales, the tomatoes, and they go fast.
They go fast. They usually sell out completely.
So what other stuff is happening at the plant sale?
Well, let's see. We're going to have vendors again. We're going to have some demonstrations. This is different this year. We're going to have not necessarily demonstrations, but displays on the end of each long row of tables. Like if it's the perennial table, there'll be a display on the end that gives you information on taking care of perennials and so forth. On the native plants, I think there's going to be some information on, deer resistance and that sort of thing. So a lot of that, and then we're going to have demonstrations. There's going to be a demonstration on planting tomatoes and another one on vermiculture or starting a worm box.
And there'll be some music and food.
And on Friday, we have a food vendor. On Saturday, we're going to have popcorn and soft drinks. And then we have the Windjammers on Saturday who are coming at 11 to 12. So live music there.
That's always nice to walk around and you hear the music. It's really makes it more so festive. So you have these demonstrations. So a person can sort of figure out what they're going to do with their plant once they get it.
Well, there's going to be lots of help. The master gardeners are going to be easy to identify. We'll have our name tags on, and I think we're going to have ribbons around our arms so people know, if you have, I don't know what color it's going to be, but you'll know at the plant sale, and there'll be lots of help. And if you get a plant and you're not able to plant it right away, my best advice would be to remember to water it, because the plants that are in pots need to be watered more often than plants that are in the ground. So some of the plants are actively growing now. It's spring. So they want to be out of their pots and in the soil, but not everybody can do that right away. So if you at least keep them out of the full sunlight and keep them wet until you can, get them into the ground.
That is really good information.
Yeah.
So the plant sale is Friday and Saturday at Kneeland Park.
That's right.
And what are the hours?
The hours are 9 to 6 on Friday and 9 to 4 on Saturday.
Okay, and you accept debit cards this year or
No,
credit cards?
no debit
just
cards,
cash
just
and checks.
Cash and checks.
Okay, very good. And so is this your major fundraiser for the year?
Yes, this is by far our major fundraiser. We will have a plant tour later, but this is it. And we put a lot of effort into this, and we think we bring a lot of very unusual plants that are hard to find, because these are, for instance, with the perennials, they're coming out of Master Gardners' yards, and Master Gardners like, kind of unusual and different plants. So I think you can find, some things that you wouldn't find, in town anywhere for sure.
So they'll be separated by perennial, annual, but also by shade plant, full sun plant.
That's right.
That type of stuff.
We have good assortment of berries this year. A lot of raspberries, strawberries, and Marion berries. So those have been very popular in the past. Something new this year is we have hanging baskets.
Oh.
And they are really beautiful, and they're really a good price. So a wonderful Mother's Day present.
Yes, I will definitely have to check those out.
I remember that one for sure.
Let me see if I'm leaving. We're going to have the garden store again. I'd like to say that the dahlia tubers, if anybody who's been there before has seen that Larry and his wife, Larry Knudsen and his wife, have a zillion beautiful dahlia tubers there. And they're going to be back to $1 a piece.
Okay.
They were more last year. They're going to be back to $1 a piece. We also have house plants and natives. We've got native plants, a bigger selection of natives this year than last year. And some of the vine maples are like nursery size. And it may be necessary for us actually to deliver them.
Okay, so how can a person get in contact with the Master Gardners?
Well, they can call the extension office. And let me think. I should know the number off the top of my head, but I don't. It's the county number, and then I don't know the extension.
And then
so
the extension
I'm sorry.
687, I think.
That's it.
687?
Yeah. 687.
687, and then you also have a Facebook page that
That's
people
right.
can check to see what's, because you guys update that pretty well with stuff that's happening.
We have a person who really keeps on top of it. So.
Okay, and on Mondays, can people still come in for plant identification?
Absolutely. We have the plant clinic from noon to 3 every Monday.
Okay.
Now, you don't have to only come in on those days. You can bring your sample or your question in any day, and they'll put it on the Master Gardener desk, and it will be answered on Monday. So.
Okay, sounds great. So the plant sale this weekend, Kneeland Park, 9 to 6 Friday.
9 to 6 Friday, 9 to 4 Saturday.
All right, that sounds great. Thank you, Erika, so much for coming in and telling us about this. It's something that we look forward to every year. Jeff and I go over after 9, after we get off the show, and go check it out, and it's going to be beautiful weather.
Yes. Oh, we're looking forward to it.
Thanks, Erika.
Thank you.
8:54 now. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll start wrapping things up here on this Tuesday on Daybreak.
You're listening to Daybreak on I-Fiber 1 News Radio.
What do hamburgers, asparagus, and lumpy rugs have in common? It'll all make perfect sense after today's edition of the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report. With more practical tips and useful advice, this is the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report for Tuesday, May 3rd, the 124th day of the year. Pop vocalist Frankie Valli has a birthday, and folk singer Pete Seeger was born in 1919. If you were asked to name the special days in May, you might say Mother's Day, Cinco de Mayo, or Memorial Day. But the month also has plenty plenty of just plain silly observances. Limerick Day is on the 12th, and it's National Pizza Party Day on the 20th. May has also been designated as National Hamburger Month, Salad Month, and Asparagus Month. And today, by the way, is Lumpy Rug Day. That's right, Lumpy Rug Day. No one seems to have an explanation for it. We think they just preferred to sweep it under the rug. That is the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report. Learn more and sign up for our free newsletter at almanac.com.
iFiber One News Radio, 1030 KMAS and FM 103.3 presents Daybreak.
8:55, iFiber One News Radio and Daybreak. Jeff and Carol. Good morning, Carol. That was good information.
That was good. I can't wait to go.
Oh, I know. It's going to be very good. Friday for the big Master Gardner plant sale. Coming up tomorrow on iFiber One News Radio, 7:45, we'll be talking about the Matlock Old Timers Fair, another thing that's happening this upcoming weekend out in Matlock. It's always a good time to see the tractor parades and meet and talk with all the folks that are out there for the Matlock Old Timers Fair. Transit Talk with Christina Fremont at 8:15 and Port of Call with Dick Taylor and Wendy Smith at 8:45. Also, tomorrow, I'll be up at the Shelton High School for the Customer Appreciation Day to hang out with the marketing kids and the DECA kids and Miss Croneman, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I think see if Carol swings by as well. Got some other stuff happening throughout the rest of the week as we talk Bluegrass from the Forest upcoming next weekend. And Tim McKern will be in Fire Chief for Central Mason Fire in EMS. Tim McKern will be on Thursday at 8:45. And Radio Real Estate with Don Pinnell Friday at 8:45.
That sounds good. And then we also just want to let everybody know that we do have anybody that does send us a political announcement, we will put that on our website, on our political page and on our local page. And also we have all our videos on our website at iFiber1newsradio.com. We have our sports that our sports director, Sean Wells, puts on, and we also have our news director, Jeff Chu. He puts on some really great videos.
Yeah, for sure. We have been playing some of those throughout the morning here about a big time, one of the biggest in the state track and field meets. It was at Shelton High School this past weekend. You can watch Sean Wells' report on that one. Additionally, log in, sign up, and register. You can comment, share, post stories, send us information. You can also send us into Daybreak at iFiber1.com, and we'll get those emails right into the inbox here in the studio. Studio line 462-1041.
Have a great day.
Listening to Daybreak on iFiber.